Hello, I'm Ryan Lightfoot Aminoff of Fund Caliber, and today I'm joined by Ed Heaven, Head of Sustainable Investment at Montanaro Asset Management. Ed, thank you very much for your time.
Not at all, thanks for having me.
And now you've been interested in sustainability and ethical issues from quite an early phase. Your university thesis was on the ethics of genetic engineering. So tell us a bit more about sustainability at Montanaro and what your role is exactly.
Sure, so I am Head of Sustainable Investment at Montanaro. And really, I have two broad responsibilities in that role. The first is to ensure that sustainability is fully integrated into our investment process. So our analysts will conduct ESG analysis on every company across all of our funds. And then we also conduct impact analysis on companies within the Better World Fund. I also help to lead the team on our engagement efforts. We do company-specific engagements, and also we run some deep dive engagements where we really dig into a topic in detail. So we've got one that's ongoing at the moment on net zero carbon. I also try to ensure that we're progressing our sustainability initiatives at the firm level. So we have a net zero carbon target, for example, and we have some regulatory responsibilities. We just became a signatory to the new revamped UK Stewardship Code. So there's a lot going on. It's a really exciting area of the market. I really enjoy what I do at Montanaro, and it's really nice that it ties back to my academic studies.
Absolutely, and you mentioned the Better World Fund there. It's got 6 sustainability themes in it. Did you come up with those yourself, or was it sort of a collaborative effort with the fund managers?
Yeah, so it's very much a collaborative process with members of the investment team and also our sustainability committee. The themes actually are based on the UN Sustainable Development Goals. We were initially a little bit unsure as to the role of private finance in using the SDGs, contributing to their delivery. I actually went and met with the UN in London, and that gave us the confidence to base our thematic framework on the SDGs and realize that there was this role for investors to help realize the goals. So yeah, we have this thematic framework of 6 impact themes. They're quite broad-based, and what we're really trying to do is target those areas of the economy where we can make a real impact and benefit from really exciting rates of growth.
And one of those themes in the fund is nutrition. We've all heard the phrase, we are what we eat, but food isn't just about sort of influencing our health. It also has a big impact on the economy. It's a very complicated issue, to say the least. How do you begin to understand nutrition from an ESG point of view?
Well, you're absolutely right. It's a very broad theme. It spans everything from food producers to medical technology companies. One in the fund is Dexcom, which makes glucose monitoring systems for diabetes patients. There's loads of innovation going on within this theme. Our analyst Nere even went to visit an underground farm. We've all heard about new products such as Beyond Meat. So there's lots to think about. From an ESG perspective, we have to consider how products are being made and also what the operational intensity of businesses are. So we spend a huge amount of time looking at things like supply chains, understanding how ingredients are being grown, how they're being processed and shipped, what the carbon intensity of those kind of operations is. And then we'll also consider things like labor practices, which are really important in the nutrition space. Many of these companies have global operations, and also animal welfare is increasingly important. One other thing that we're considering a lot is just this general health theme. Companies are under more and more pressure to create healthy products for their customers. Consumers want healthy products on an increasing basis. There's greater regulation, so that's a big ESG risk to think about. We've actually joined the Healthy Markets Initiative, which is being coordinated by Share Action, just to try to understand these issues a bit more. In the small and mid-cap space, you have to really try to improve the standards of reporting so you can get all of the information from your businesses to understand all of these risks. So we work a lot with our companies on trying to tell them what reporting we need. A really good example in the fund is Christian Hansen. and their standards of reporting are just fantastic. Really good descriptions of product goals, very transparent ESG reporting, and they've even done a product assessment of all of their revenue lines against the UN SDGs.
And not just in a portfolio sense, your company does lead by example as well. I mean, you've got bees on the roof of your office, for example. You offset your carbon emissions from business travel. You even have a weekly yoga class for employees. Tell us a bit more about this and sort of the culture at Montanaro.
Yeah, so we've got a really, really nice, fun family culture at Montanaro. I think the yoga in the office, which was run by our head of investment for a while, is a good example of that. We try to practice what we preach. To that end, we became a B Corporation in 2019. So that's a company that's been certified for meeting high standards of ESG. That took about a year for us to achieve, and it's already led to meaningful change. So we've amended our articles of association so that our board considered the impacts of our business on all stakeholders. We've expanded our charitable programs. We've set a net zero carbon target. And we've even just refurbished the office so that it is now powered by renewable energy. And of course, we've got bees on the roof that some of us went to visit a few months ago.
And what other initiatives are Montanaro part of externally that are helping to drive the climate agenda?
Yeah, so we are a small firm, we're a small boutique, but we try to contribute to things that are taking place within our industry. We're currently co-chairing the B Corp Finance and Investment Working Group, which is trying to improve practices within our industry. We're actually leading a delegation of companies to COP26 in November, which is very exciting. We're also really delighted to have been asked to be part of the Glasgow Financial Alliance for Net Zero. This is a task force that's being chaired by Mark Carney and is really helping to accelerate the transition to net zero in the years ahead. So we're learning a huge amount from these collaborative initiatives and trying to make a bit of a difference too.
Well, Ed, that's been really interesting. Thank you very much for your time.
Well, that's all. Thank you.
And if you'd like to know more about Montanaro or any of their products, such as the Better World Fund, which is on FundCaliber's Elite Radar, please visit our website, fundcaliber.com. And for more from our video series, please don't forget to like and subscribe below.